Okay, so in today's lesson, we're going to look at text again and the gradient tool. And this time we're going to look at how we can weave the text into your image. So it sounds complicated, but it's quite simple. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we duplicate our background and rename it. So I've just gone down here, and I've duplicated the layer. So that's all you have to do to press it, and then I renamed it as model. Then to save time, I've already made my quick selection tool. So the quick tool selection, my brush size was 50, and then I just roughly went round the model to make sure I selected her. Okay, once I had done that, then I went to edit here, copy, and then paste. And then that brought up layer 1. So now if I'm on layer 1, I use the move tool. There we go. We can see we've got the model just there. Now, this is where it gets fun. This is where we introduce the text layer. Okay, so we just by clicking on the text tool, that creates a new layer. And we can see that there, and it says like so. Now, I'm going to just highlight that, and I'm just going to write so. And then I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale. Okay, that's for me is the quickest way to up the scale of your text efficiently. So I've got that to about that size. I'm quite happy with that. That looks good, like so. And then I'm going to let's just move that there a bit more so it's not quite so. There we go. And then I'm just going to press enter. Now, on the sole text layer, make sure that's grey and highlighted. Then you're going to go to effects. Then you've done this before. We're going to go to gradient overlay. Now, it's remembered my last gradient overlay, so you can control what gradient layer you want. So you can have one of the presets, or you can go for actually just creating your own. So it's just a case of just changing, clicking on that, and deciding on different colours from the swatches. Okay, so I'm generally happy with that already. So I've got that okay. Remember, you can also change the angle for the gradient tool, so it can go from one side to the other. You can increase the scale, you can reduce it so it's a bit more harsh, but if you want it a bit more blended, again, change the opacity and change the blend mode. So, and if you want to, you can also have a little play with here with the shadows as well, drop shadows, etc. But for now, I'm happy with that. Now, this is where you have to remember to do this. The sole text layer now has to be dragged and dropped in between the layer 1 and the model layer. And now you can see that that's behind her, like so. Okay, and you can move that to position her as you wish. So we've got that there like so. Now once you're on layer 1, then you need to create a layer mask. Then you go onto the brush tool. You've got to make sure that the black here, this works as the background and white the foreground. So wherever you put the black on this layer, it means it's going to rub it away and reveal the layer underneath. Okay, so we've got our brush here, and now just watch this. So now we just literally go over her leg like so, and it reveals the layer underneath as if her leg is going through the text. A very, very simple technique. And again, you can do the same here if you wish. You can see my selection wasn't brilliant there. And you can have that in front if you want, however you want to do it. Like so. And you can just gradually paint that in as you wish. And that's just as simple as that. So you've got to think about what images are going to work. Here is my final one. So I took a slightly better selection.